Hello, Silver community. It's Sterling Cannabis with you once again. And today I've got a mail call, shout out, um, surprise video for you. Have absolutely no idea that this was coming. Um, I certainly know who it's from. It's from the WIP Winning Image Photography and her husband, Silver Steeler. Uh, just wonderful, wonderful couple that lives down in Indiana. I think most of you are fairly familiar with them. Um, do probably some of the best videos in the community, really. But WIP puts a lot of love into her videos, and she's got some talent with editing. Uh, I'm not sure what she's doing out here, doing it for herself. She should be selling that talent. But at any rate, they did a video not quite a week ago where they did a mail call, and they showed a piece that I sent to them that was part of a trade that I got paid for long ago. And so I sent them an email when this package showed up today, and WIP referred to the video where they were doing their mail call, and Silver Steeler kind of giggled at me. But I know that they know what I like in the silver world. So let's just see what they sent me. And another opportunity to show off the most awesome knife in northern Michigan, at any rate. But and there's a envelope in the envelope. Sterling Cannabis and my address. All very good. All P.O. box and all of that stuff. But let's see what's in here. Hello, Billy. Billy hasn't had a chance to talk to everybody in a while. I've been kind of lax on making videos here for a while, and yeah, there's a thing. Oh. You guys know where my heart is. There's a number of war nickels in here, and then there's a number of more war nickels. Thank you so much. These things are absolutely fantastic in my mind. Let's see what the card says. Thank you. Your friend, Silver Steeler and Winning Image Photography. Sterling Cannabis, my friend. I came upon a whole bunch of war nickels, and as I don't stock them myself, we knew where they would have a good home. The layer package, the larger package contains all 11 date marks runs we popped out of a book. They are dirty and grungy, but I know you will take care of them. The other package is spares. Well, thank you so much, you guys. I mean, they make the cards. How cool is that? I've told this story a few times. When I was a toddler, so yeah, I mean, we're back in the 50s. my grandma and my grandpa lived on a farm, and I would spend a lot of time staying with them. And I remember one time in particular, the grandma and I were down in the basement doing some laundry. Now, these guys were old school farmers. I On Sunday afternoon when we were going to have chicken dinner, Grandma would go out to the chicken coop and come walking out of the chicken coop with the chicken in each hand, wringing their necks as she was walking out. I mean, they did things the real way. But she had two old bank bags, big old burlap bags. Now, remember, I was a toddler, but these things were so heavy that I could not pick them up. And they were full of war nickels. And back then, my grandma told me, she said, that's your inheritance there. And when she passed, I was still young. I was a teenager. The war nickels were taken to the bank and turned in as nickels. And I protested much then and took a strong verbal beating for it then. But today, I know most people don't want these things. 35%. So you're talking 65% not silver. Now, I'm not sure what all is in these, but they needed the nickel for the armor. But there's 1 3/4 gram of silver in each one. And they're grungy, dirty, but you know what? These things don't wear down to slicks too awful easily. That 1 3/4 gram of silver is still there. So I like the fractional value of these things. When it gets to the point where the economy has totally fallen apart and our economic system just doesn't work anymore, and we're going back to a barter system, I think 1, or at the most 2 of these would buy you a meal. I think that, yes, it's not something that I am going to make any money off of trading. Your silver dealers don't want it. There's no numismatic value. I'm not into numismatics. I don't care about that. I care about the silver. And this, especially when you have friends that say, hey, we don't want these things. Will you take them off our hands? It's the cheapest way I know of to accumulate silver. And I think it'll have real value in its way, in its day. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what you need. Maybe not nickels if you don't want nickels. But this silver that's put out by the federal government, that has the backing of the federal government, even if the federal government doesn't exist anymore. And you might have slicked out ones or whatever. That doesn't matter, because when it comes down to it, in these days that we're not looking forward to, it isn't going to be the denomination that's on the coins. It's going to be how much you have there in weight. And if they need an ounce of silver, it's not going to be just putting $1.40 in Constitutional up there, because a lot of that stuff is awfully worn out. It's going to be having the weight that covers the ounce of silver that somebody wants for their item. My 2 cents for what it's worth. I love you guys. Get you some of this stuff. Get you some friends like these that'll give you some of this stuff. Be generous with it. Give it to the people that you know. Teach them about it. Teach them about how silver is real money. Love you guys. Peace out.